Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the class of Business Communication. Today, the topic we are going to discuss is Principle of Communication. Principles of Effective Communication. If communications are to be effective, certain principles should be followed. These principles of effective communications are: Principle of Simplicity. The message prepared for communication should be simple and easy to understand. Common words and sentences should be used. Principle of Clarity. The message prepared for communication should be clear. An ambiguous message will not be able to make effective communication. Principle of Brevity. The message should be concise in nature. The reader may feel disturbed in receiving a long message, so only necessary information should be given in the message. Principle of Planning. Before preparing any message, the communicator should plan for the message, and after that, he should plan for selecting media and process of sending the message to the communicatee. Principle of Accuracy. The facts and information provided in the message should be accurate. Any wrong information in the message may create confusion. As a result, communication failure may occur. Principle of Attentiveness. Effective listening is important in effective communication. So, the receiver should be attentive while receiving any message. Number 7. Principle of Relevancy. The subject matter of communication should contain relevant information. Irrelevant and unnecessary things should be eliminated from the subject matter of the communication. Principle of Feedback. Spending of message is not whole thing for effective communication. To be effective, a feedback from the receiver is essential. Principle of Time Consideration. The communicator should consider the proper time for effective communication. If communication is not made in proper time, its effectiveness is lost. Principle of Language Control. Control of language is important for effective communication. The communicator should be careful in selecting words and forming sentences. In the above principles are followed in preparing the message of any communication, the success of the communication can be achieved and failure can be avoided. Let us discuss some of the examples that will help us to follow the principles of communication. Number 1 is truthfulness. Tell the truth. You might need to announce an impending layoff or explain a tragic accident to government safety officials. Although you could face employee anger or public scrutiny, don't let the fear of negative reaction to bad news suppress honesty. Truth-telling is mandatory in advertising. The Federal Trade Commission brings charges against companies that intentionally lie, use unfair statements about competitors, or make exaggerated claims in product or service promotions. Number 2 is grammatical correctness. Use correct grammar in all communication. Check written messages for misspellings and punctuation errors. Avoid wordy or run on its sentences by sticking to the subject-verb-object structure. For example, change the sentence, reports on sales should be placed in inbox on the top of your desk to place sales reports in your inbox. Brad, however, CEO of Grammarly, a grammar improving software company, writes in Good Grammar Should Be Everybody's Business, published by the Harvard Business Review, that good grammar is how ideas are expressed clearly, professionally, and precisely, even though language has become informal through tweeting, texting, and emailing. Number third point is clarity. Tell audiences upfront why you are communicating with them. Mysterious, vague, distorted, or conflicting messages foster mistrust. Use familiar, commonly understood language. Substitute the word contemplating, for example, with the phrase thinking about. Organize sentences and paragraphs so they follow a logical order in the overall text. Miscommunicated message can be financially cost for small business. A misused word in advertising could deflate sales by angering customers. Confusing instructions for a safety procedure could lead to on-the-job injuries that raises workers' compensation claims. The next point is consistency. Keep communication consistent. Avoid describing a new workplace policy one way in a company's mail and another way in an employee's handbook. If you lowercase your company's name, see that it always appears that way. Use visuals of the same style and quality in marketing campaigns. You lose credibility of your audience trust and inconsistency. You also lose the ability to build a company's brand, which requires integrating your logo, website, social networking activity, and ads to create one unified impression. Tone. Choose a communication tone that suits audiences and topics. Emailing employees about the annual office picnic should be upbeat and engaging. A sale promotion also can be upbeat and persuasive to attract customers. A social networking blog showcasing your expertise can be friendly, engaging, and professional. A product discontinuation announcement works best when it's business-like but apologetic to disappointment customers. Communication that's sincere and courteous helps build employee and customer loyalty. Language that angers, belittles, insults, or stereotype audiences is financially and legally risky. Clarity is critical in business communication, where messages are continuously conveyed over different media to make many audiences. Technology and globalization makes business communication more complex, even for a small business that might be challenged to control internal or external messaging. A small business might view communication as a problem only for large corporations with many employees, but effective communication is vital for success in businesses of every size and scope. Clarity in business communication requires an intentional approach to communication in its forms. So that's all for today. I hope you have learned what are the principles of communication and also how it can be followed. Thank you.